Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my series of Medina Book 3. This is lesson number 15, and today we are going to do the lesson in which you will see there is a conversation, a very simple scene in an office. There is a principal, and a young man enters, and they start talking. And they talk about the Islamic institution of their own, and there in this lesson you're going to learn about how to form a passive tense. And there are verbs, and I will inshallah point out what are the verbs and how to make a simple past tense into a passive tense. That is what you're going to learn in this lesson. And there are a lot of exercises, lot of questions, and I will divide this video into two, one with the lesson, the other with the question and answers, because there are a lot of explanation in the questions. So I'll make this video a little bit short, only explaining the lesson. So let's start with the lesson. الدرس الخامس, the fifth lesson of Medina book 3. في مكتب مدير معهد اللغة العربية. As I told you, this conversation is being done in an office. And whose office is this? Mudir. And he is the dean, you can say, or the principal of what? معهد. معهد, institution of لغة العربية. Now here you see in this bracket is something happens. Okay, now from here the scene starts. يسمع طرق على الباب. So this verb, you need to pay attention on this verb, and this shows it is a present tense and it is in passive voice. How can you make out that it is a passive voice? First question. So first of all, you will see, now this is the rule how you make out that it is a passive tense. First of all, in the harf mudare. Now I'm talking about I'm talking about the present tense. In the past tense, the rules are different to make it into a passive tense. But now we are talking about a present tense. So carefully look on the harf mudare. So here the harf mudare is ya. You will see always, if it is in a passive tense, the harf mudare will have a dhamma over it. And the second last letter, you should not count the third letter, but always the second last letter, that is the meme, having a fatha. So in a passive tense, a fi'l mudare will always have a dhamma over the harf mudare, and the second last letter has a fatha. So these two are an important rule on making present tense into a passive tense. Yusma'u طرق. طرق means a knock on the door. على الباب. So how will you translate a passive tense? As you know, in a passive sentence, the formula is, if I can give you in short form, passive tense plus naibul fa'il. Naib. Naib means the representative, al-fa'il. And I will explain about this inshallah later, but this is the formula. So if you see, there is a passive tense here plus tarkun. What is the proof that it is a naibul fa'il? It will have a dhamma over it. So this is our naibul fa'il. I'm just writing the initial here. So in a passive sentence, there is two main parts, the passive tense and the naibul fa'il. So if you have together, remember this is your passive sentence. And what is the translation? The knock is being heard, because in a passive sentence, there is no fa'il, only a representative and a passive tense. A knock is being heard on the door. Al-Mudir. So the Mudir says, Udkhul. So this is a command, Udkhul. And what happens when he says Udkhul means enter? Yadkhulu Shabun. Shabun means a young man. Wa yusallimu. Yusallimu means greets. Greets in an Islamic way. And the mudir answers, wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Atalibun jadidun ant. So this is talibun jadidun means are you a new student? Jadid is sifa for talib. That's why following the same harakat. Anta means are you a new student? So the Shab says la in negation. So he says la. No. Ana za'irun. I am a visitor. Now this word visitor comes from the past tense zara. Zara means he visited. Za'irun is the one who visits, means the one who's doing the action. And this structure you get from the scale fa'ilun. So this is the scale on which you make ismun fa'il. Za'irun, I am a visitor. Mudir says ahlan wa sahlan. So this is a Arabic way of greeting or saying welcome. This means welcome. Ijlis, he says sit. Min aina ant. So as you know, min plus aina makes a one single questioning tool. From where? Min aina ant, from where are you? So he is now asking him, from where are you? So the young man answers. Let's see what does he answers. The Shab. Shab means the young man. Ana min Pakistan. So he says, I am from Pakistan. أنا محاضر في معهد اللغة العربية بلاهور. So this is a name of the city in Pakistan, Lahore. And muhadir means the lecturer. Hadara, muhadir. So this is lecturer. He is a lecturer in his institution of Arabic language in Lahore. So jitu hajan. He has come here for some reason. And فَأَغْتَنَمْتُ. أَغْتَنَمْتُ means he took this opportunity. أغتنم, he took this opportunity. هذه الفرصة means free time. لزيارتي. So this li is the harf jar, but now here it is doing other work also. It will follow the grammatical rule of harf jar li, but same time it is doing something else. What is it doing? It is giving the reason, and that's why this lam or li is called lam of reason, lam at-ta'lil. It is giving you the reason why he has come here. Why he has come here? He has come to visit. Li ziyarati. As I told you, it is doing the work of harf jar, and that's why you get a kasra here below the ta marbuta. Li ziyarati ma'ahadi. Ziyarati ma'ahadi also having a kasra, and why? Because after lam at-ta'lil, this is coming as the idafa structure. Li ziyarati ma'ahadi kum. So he came here to visit the institution of yours, Ash-Shahir. Ash-Shahir is sifa of Mahad, and Mahad is joined with a damir. As you know the rule, Mahad, if it is joined with a damir, it becomes Marifa, and that's why the sifa is Marifa. Ash-Shahir means famous. So that's why he has come to visit his institution. Qila. Now this fail, I forgot to mention that one of the fail we just came across was yusma'u. And now we came across a past tense in passive voice, that is qila, coming from qala. And this is the structure of passive tense. That means it is said. As I told you before, in a passive voice, what happens? The file is deleted. You have only a passive tense and a naibal file, a representative. So here it is said, li innahu ahsanu. So he says, the Shab, the young man says that it is said to me, innahu ahsanu ma'ahadin, that this institution of yours is the best institution for what? Li, again the lam at-ta'lil, for reason. Li ta'alim. لِتَعْلِمِ. And what should be the haraka on the meme? It should be the kasra. Why? As I told you, it is also doing the work of harf jar. لِتَعْلِيمِ اللُّغَةِ الْعَرَبِيَّةِ. So ta'lim al-lughati is an idafa and al-arabiyya is sifa for lugha. So I hope you understand the Arab here. لغير ناطقين. Now this is li harf jar saying for. So this is the simple harf jar. لغير ناطقين. ناطقين means the one who doesn't speak Arabic. بها. فأحب and I would love to أن أطلع على مناهجه وكتبه. So he says, I would love to be informed on the syllabus. Manahij is the plural and what is the singular? Manhaj. Okay, manhaj. And wa kutub, as you know, kutub comes from kitab. So he is very eager to learn about the syllabus of this institution and its books. So Mudir says, marhaban. Marhaban is another way to say welcome, greetings, bik. Masmuk, what is your name? So the Shab says, Ismi, my name, with the ya mutakallim here, Ismi, my name, Mahdiyu. Now, Mahdiyu is also coming from the verb hada. Hada means he guided, and Mahdiyu means the one who is guided. So this is Ismun Maful. Ismun Maful, all these you will learn in this book, inshallah, later in the lessons. Mahdiyub, so straight from ya to ba, and ba with sukun. Now here is one important thing to learn whenever you come across an Arabic name mentioned with abd or ab. That means that the real father is mentioned. How do you know that the real father is mentioned with this name? You will always check ibn. The word, as you know, ibn means son. And the spelling of ibn is the hamza, ba, and nun. And you should check this noun. Whenever it comes with a deleted hamza, you know that after that the name of the father, the real name, I mean the real father is mentioned. And if there is a hamza mentioned, that means that the father is not the real father of the son. And for example, I'll give you, if you're confused, in Quran, you will come across an ayah in the Quran. I don't really remember. It said that they say, قالوا Ibn Uzair is the son of Allah. So when you come across this ayah, you will see that it is written with Hamza, Ibn Uzair ibnullahi, sorry. Uzair ibnullahi. Ibnullahi. So you will see the mentioning of Hamza there. So this Hamza is mentioned, that means the statement is totally false. Uzair is not the son of Allah. Na'uz billah. He is not the son of Allah. So this is what the people used to say at that time. And also, when the name of the mother is mentioned, there will be the Hamza mentioned. This Hamza is present in the name. For example, Isa ibn Maryam. So you will see Isa ibn Maryam. Ibn Maryam. So you will see the Hamza mentioned with the name of the mother. The Hamza mentioned when the name of the real father is not mentioned. So here what is happening? The Hamza is deleted. That means this is the proof that Abdul Hadi is the real father of Mahdi. This is very important. So that's why I took so much of time in explaining this. Inshallah, I hope you got this. Then Mudir says, Yadrusu في معهدنا دارسون. So now the principal goes on to explain about his institution, that in his institution there are so many students دارسون studying من معظم بلاد, من معظم most of the countries in the world العالم. يتراوح عددهم. So basically it is the number of the student عددهم بين 400. So he says the number of the student is between 400, that means it's 400, right? 400, 400, وخمسين, 50, 450. So this means the number is 450. So in Arabic, if you don't understand the number, just write it in English over it, and then you can make out the number 450 وخمسين, so it's 500. So the number of the students in his institution is in between 450 to 500. So مدة الدراسة. So مدة is the time period of دراسة, the study. And this is the masdar, verbal noun. دراسة means the study, coming from the verb دراسة. So now let's see what more he has to say about his institution. So he says مدة الدراسة فيه سنتان. This is a dual noun, alif, representing the duality, and this is in marfu case, that's why alif is there. If it would have been in muthanna and majroor case, then you would have seen a ya here. What could be the structure in mansoob and majroor? It will be sanatain. Sanatain. And how do you know that it is the dual? Sanatain. So you will always see before a ya there will be a fatha. And this noon, as you know, it is extra. I'm explaining about the dual structure of a noun when it represents two. Sanatan in mansoob and majroor case. But here it is sanatan with the alif. This tells you the noun sanatan is in marfu case. When you see a ya here with a fatha before it, know that it is a dual, and this ya represents the mansoob or the majroor case in dual. So the time period of the study is 2 years. هذه نسخة copy. هذه نسخة copy من المناهج, from the syllabus. وهي هدية, gift. It is a gift like for you. وهذه بعض. Now there is a ضاد here, so it is some, meaning some. It's not بعد. So here the meaning is after. So be very careful when you see the ضاد and the light dal. هذه بعض كتبنا. And بعض كتبنا means some of our books. So let's see what the young man has to say. So Mahdi says, أين ممكنني شراء هذه الكتب? So he says, أين ممكنني? So this is the ya mutakallim. Mumkin means where can it be possible for me? Shira'u, to buy. هذه الكتب. So where can I buy all these books? So the principal says, or the dean says, هذه الكتب لا تباع. You cannot buy it. So تباع is what is it? Can you now make it out? تباع comes from the verb باع. And this is the past tense, and here it is harf mudari, tuba'u. And what do you see? The dhamma, and there is an alif. So these structures are a little bit different. Some of the verbs in past tense and in present tense, there are exceptions. So you will learn all these verbs with exception inshallah later. This is the majhul. It cannot be bought means in translation, this is a passive tense. When you translate it, it says لا تباع. It cannot be bought. يمكنك, it's possible for you, الحصول, to get it, عليها مجانا. So you can get it free من مركز. مركز means center. شؤون الدعوة, matters. شؤون matters means you can get from a dawa center. And now the scene changes. What happens in this scene? ساق. And now you see يدخل ساق ويصب لهما قهوة. So now the scene changes, and what happens? These two were talking, and in between, who came? ساق. Now this verb ساق comes from saqa. Saqa means to give someone to drink, the one who gives you to drink. And here is saqin, the word coming from the same verb saqa, and saqin is ism manqus. As you know, in the first lesson of Medina book 3, you will come across the rules of ism manqus. If you don't remember ism manqus, there are few rules, only 2 rules to know about ism manqus. There are some nouns that has a ya in it. So for this noun, there is a kasratain, right? So if I write with this alif lam, means if I write this noun with lam at tarif, I write saqin. So what happens? The qaf is written with a ya. So this noun with a ya here is known as ism manqus. Why? It has some rules. This noun, whenever it is a marifa, it will always come with a ya at the end. Saqi, as-saqi. But the moment it loses lam at-tarif, it will be written without a ya, and that's why the ya has been deleted, but what happens? The kasra then comes. The kasra remains. Since it is now without alamat tarif, it is now become nakira and it comes with a kasra then. Wherever this noun comes, it will not hold a dhamma or a fatha, but only kasra then or a ya. So this is all the rules about a ism manqus. So you will come across this word with a lam tarif and you will understand what it is. يدخل ساق ويصب. يصب, to pour. He pours, coming from sabba. Sabba means to pour. Lahuma, for them, the two of them. Al-qahwata, Arabic tea. أدعوك sorry أدعوك لزيارة معهدنا. So, sorry, ad'uka. Adu means I invite you to li. Ziyarati mahadina. So I'm inviting you to come and visit to my institution or our institution in Lahore, back in Pakistan. Hazihi bitaqati. Bitaqa coming from sorry. Bitaqa means card. Card means the visiting card or an identity card, any card. وفيها عنواني, my address, and the عنوان of my institution, the institution. So the mudir says أنا مدعو لحضور مؤتمر. So he says that I am invited to for the lecture in mu'tamarin, means in a conference. He's already invited in a conference, some kind of meeting in Pakistan. بعد أشهر means after some a few months. Ashhur is the plural. So he is already invited in some lecture or some conference. So after a few months, so he says سأنتهز هذه الفرصة. So he will take advantage of, or he will take this opportunity to azuru wa azuru ma'ahadikum inshallah. So he says that he will inshallah come and visit your institution when he comes to Pakistan for the conference. As-saqi, the tea boy, you can say the tea boy. أصب لك means he is asking, shall I pour for you مزيدا more من القهوة يا شيخ. So the Mahdi says, لا شكرا. أستأذنك. So أستأذنك means he says, now I take your leave, permission. الآن يا فضيلة الشيخ. This is the way how you speak to your to others with manners. يا فضيلة الشيخ جزاك الله خير. So this is how they part, and this is the end of the conversation, I think. And okay, there is one more sentence. So Mudir says, "Ila liqa" means till we meet. This is how in Arabic, when people part, they say all these farewell words. Sahibatka as-salama fil halli wat-tarhal wassalam alaikum wa rahmatullahi. So this is how he bids farewell. And this is the end of the lesson and the conversation. I hope it is very clear and easy for you to understand. And now there are some exercises. Inshallah, I will make another video on this, but before that I will just complete the question answers here. Ajib anil as'ilatil atiya means you need to answer these questions. Man Zair, who was the visitor? Al-Mahdi Ashabun from Pakistan. Masmuhu Mahdi. Lima Zara al-Mahad. So why did he visited the institution? If you can go back and see, the answer is in the first page. So if you go back, it is in the first paragraph. He says that قيل لي إنه أحسن معهد لتعليم لغة العربية لغير ناطق بها فأحب أن أطلع عن مناهجه وكتبه. So you can have your answer from here. And let's see the next question. The next one is أتباع كتب المعهد. Is it possible to buy the books from the institution? لا تباع. So you can say لا يباع means it cannot be bought. من أين يمكن الحصول عليها؟ ممكن الحصول الكتب في from معهد from the مركز الشؤون الدعوة. So that is your answer here. تعمل أمثلة للفعل أجوف المبني للمجهول ثم أكمل الناقص. So now starts the formation of the majhul from the simple past tense. So this will be inshallah, it will be in my next video.